Hey everyone, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is out now, so we're going to look at everything you can do every day in the game. We're also going to include things that can be done with the time skip if you've seen my other videos, and things that cannot be done. So I will let you know what can be done with time skip and what cannot be done with time skip on a daily basis. It's really strange, compared to Pokemon Sword and Shield, this game works a little differently, in which time skip does not affect every daily event. I don't know why, I guess it's done on Unity, it's a different engine and all that stuff, so we'll have a look and see everything that can be done and can't be done. If you guys are wondering and you don't even have online and you want to try and prolong gameplay out of this, there are a lot of things you can do every day, so we're going to have a look at through the list, and that will keep you guys playing for longer. Let's get to it. First up, in Pastoria City, if you go down to the lower left, and there's a house right to the left of the Pokemon, inside every day, this girl right here is going to give you a new berry. Now, this is for some of the later game berries, so this is very worthwhile. You get some of the rarer berries in the game. There are a couple of NPCs we'll look at later that also give you berries, and I'll show you those in a sec. Next up is a house on Route 221. If you go all the way over towards Ramonos Park, on your way, if you keep looking up towards the top, there's going to be a guy in a house here. It's the only house on the route who's going to ask you to show him a Pokemon of a certain level. Today was 43. Sadly, the only Pokemon I have that's close is a level 44. I got really unlucky, but he's going to give you one of the 3 different competitive belt items. Next up in Sunny Shore City here is the top right house with a girl in it who wants you to tell them stories. Now, this is a weird one. I guess once you start talking to her, once you talk to her at the first time, she's going to ask you to come back tomorrow, and that's when it's going to start. It's basically going to start the following day. But she will give your Pokemon different ribbons depending on what choice of words and what stories you tell her. So it's very useful. Next up again in Sunny Shore City as well is if you go to the shop here, the sticker shop, you are actually able to buy a lot of different stickers, some of which you can obtain throughout the gameplay, some of which you can't or whatever, and you will be able to change the inventory every day by doing the day skip. So you don't have to wait days for this. You can go ahead and buy them all immediately by doing the time skip exploit. So as you can see, I just showed you some of the list of stickers for today. I'm going to go ahead and do the day skip, and as usual, it's just go to your system settings, go to system, go to date and time, make sure your clock is not unsynced so you can change the day manually and go back into your game. You don't even have to go in and out of the building to change this. It automatically changes, and now voila, you have a different list of stickers. Very, very useful if you're trying to decorate your Pokeballs and so on. You'll be able to get them there. Next up is another time skip one. We can change the different Pokemon spawns in the Great Marsh at the Safari Zone in Pastoria City right there and then by changing the time and the day and all that stuff. So I'm looking through the binoculars the first time, and you can see my choice of Pokemon here. There's a couple in here, and there's a rare one that comes up here too. Carnivine, is it? Whatever he is. Anyway, and there's a lot of Psyducks, a very, very common feature in this place. But again, if you just want to do the date time skip, you can, and you can change the different spawns in there if you want to try and get something good, or if you're looking for something in particular. Just like that, guys, you can just change the time and day. So go back into the game like usual, like normal. In this case, it doesn't seem like you have to actually go up and down the stairs. I thought you did at one point, but it doesn't look like you do in this case. And go to the binoculars again, and voila, you're going to have a completely different table of spawns here compared to what you just saw a second ago. There you have it. So very, very useful to catch whatever Pokemon you're looking for in the Great Marsh. Next up in Sandgem City, you're going to be able to get a rare spawn of a swarm Pokemon. So if you go to Sandgem City, you can go to Lucas's house, talk to his sister. She's going to see something on TV that explains a swarm of Pokemon. Now, this is quite different to just normal hunting for Pokemon. Those Dunsparce that she said is coming up in Route 208 there, they actually appear in the overworld. It's very, very strange. So once you go there, you can see them all popping up out of the grass, just like that. That's them. That's really cool. Next up is in Jubalive City. If you go to the TV station, very similar to Pokemon Sword and Shield, this game has a lotto system that works exactly the same way as in Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you go talk to the girl on the counter straight away, she's going to try and match your ID numbers with the lotto numbers of the day, and if you do match some numbers, you're going to get a varying quality of different prizes. One can be a lucky egg. They do actually tell you, when the NPCs tells you that. Today I got lucky, I got an Ultra Ball out of it, and obviously I assume the items are going to be similar to Pokemon Sword and Shield. You might be able to get a Master Ball. I don't know though. Again, another one in the TV station. Right to the left of the counter is a trainer. Every day, that trainer is going to respawn. It's going to be a different person every day of the week. And you can fight that and you can farm it. And yes, you can do the daytime exploit for this one. You can't do it for the lottery, just FYI. But you can do it for this. And in order to trigger this one, after you do the daytime skip, you got to go in and out of the building so you can change the NPC. Now, it's really weird. This NPC does change, but other NPCs later are the same sort of situation don't, and I'll show you that in a sec. But anyway, that's a good way to get some money or experience early game. Guys, next up is in Floroma Town. If you go here, you'll be able to get an early game berry every day. If you go to the market up top, there's a girl near the counter. All you gotta do is talk to her and she'll give you one of the earlier game berries, unlike the rarer berries that we got from the earlier event that I showed you in this video. So here we get an Asper berry for today. Next up is in Route 208. Once again, guys, right outside Hearthhome City, you'll be able to come to the route where we just saw the Dunsparce, and inside this house here, very easy to access, is the Berry Master, who will give you a new berry every day. Today I got a raspberry. Lovely. So in Salacian Town, guys, if you go here, you'll be able to see a house right beside the Poke Center, and inside is the media building. If you talk to this guy, he's going to look for a new Pokemon every day, and when you show him that Pokemon, you're going to get a rare Pokeball that you're not usually able to buy. So today he's looking for a Bronzer. I go catch one and I bring it to him. Bronzer, he gets it, and what do I get in exchange? I get a Dive Ball. Okay, so I get dive balls, plural. Okay, that's interesting. So you'll be able to get a few, and they vary between lots of different sort of balls, apricorn balls you can get. Next up, in the underground, guys, you might stumble across a explorer man here. Every day, he has different goods that you can buy here. He actually sells quite a few things here, which is really nice. And you do have to trade gems for them. That's just the way it is. I guess you're going to be farming a lot of gems from the underground. But every day, he might have some rare items. He might not. It's worth checking. Next up in Veilstone City, in the most lower left house, you can go to this house here and massage your Pokemon, which will help increase how much it likes you, its affection, and all that stuff. But not only that, once you give it a massage, you will also get maybe a accessory, like a sticker. I get a sticker here, which will be very, very useful to throw on my Pokeball to make it decorated for the contests. Next up in Route 212, you can go to this Pokemansion here, and inside, if you talk to the master of the house, Mr. Backlot, he will talk about some sort of rare Pokemon he has in his garden. But from the story, it actually seems like it's not actually there. He's just sort of talking, and he just says this story to you, which apparently is not true by the looks of the situation. It's not true. But Mr. Backlot here then whispers to the old man beside you after he tells you the story. And I don't know, you can only guess what he says. So here he tells me there's a Jigglypuff in the garden. But the old man says there's no Jigglypuff there. There is no Jigglypuff, which really can confuse the trainer, the player, if you're not paying attention to the situation. It looks like he just tries to whisper to him, telling him, my guess is, tells him to go put a Jigglypuff in the garden so that it becomes a true story if you do go check. And now you can go check and you can catch a Jigglypuff there. And that's going to change every day. Next up is in Valor Lakefront. Go to the restaurant. There's a ton of trainers waiting to do double battles with you in there. Good way to farm experience and money. These trainers change every day. Have fun. In Celestic Town, guys, go into the Poke Center straight away. And if your Pokemon are happy, you can talk to this guy on the left here and he'll just give you a great ball. There you go. I mean, it's not particularly useful, this one, but it's something, especially in the earlier game. Next up is a day exclusive that only applies on Saturday and Sundays in the battle zone in the post game, guys. This is in the fight area. So once you go in here, you can date change the day to a Saturday or a Sunday, and you can fight your rival here, who has a pretty strong team full of 6 as well. It's a good way to get a bit of experience and a bit of extra money too. You can only do this on the weekends, however, so make sure you do pay attention to that. Like I said, his team is fairly strong, so you can try and beat him and whatever. It'll give you a good bit of experience. I guess that's a good way to do it. And get 6.6k. It'll be more if you have the amulet. And that's it. I mean, it's just a nice way to get a bit of fighting in. Next up is another day exclusive. This is going to be able to get you a rare Pokemon that you can get early enough in the game. In the Valley Works, once you actually beat the Team Galactic there, early game, you will be able to change your date and time to a Friday, enter the building and exit once again, and you'll be able to spawn a drift loom, and you'll be able to catch it. Now keep in mind it's in its 20s, so do be ready, I guess, if you want to make sure you want to catch it for your team. There he is, just right there, so you can you can go ahead and catch him or battle him or whatever. Only spawns on Fridays, guys, keep in mind. The NPCs do tell you that much. Okay, so that's it for all the daily events, guys. What do you make of it? Enjoy those. That will keep you busy if you guys don't have online. If you do have online, there's other things you can do all the time, like participating in the contest, trying to get your ranking, battles, and so on. There's loads. So enjoy doing all that stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. Drop a sub if you found it useful and you want to see some more, guys. There's plenty on my channel. You can see all that stuff as you go. And I'll see you guys around the next video. Till then, bye.